Ladies and gentlemen, fellow seekers of truth and aficionados of the It's Happening podcast, welcome to another episode where we peel back the layers of the seemingly mundane to uncover the riveting truth beneath. Today, we venture into the shadowy realms of power, a place where the government and media dance a dangerous tango. Each step is choreographed to manipulate the masses. It's a spectacle that unfolds across the globe, transcending borders and political ideologies. This dance, my friends, is not exclusive to the right or the left. It's a performance every governing body has indulged in, with the media as its willing or unwitting partner. The stakes, your thoughts, beliefs, and ultimately your freedom. It's a chilling reality that regardless of who holds the reins, the potential for manipulation remains a menacing sword over the head of our constitutional republic. So buckle up as we dive deep into this intricate web of influence, unraveling how the government uses the media to shape our perceptions and why, no matter what side of the aisle you find yourself on, it's a practice fraught with peril. Welcome to It's Happening. My name is Jared. And if you are a content creator such as myself, you have got to check out our AI platform that we use. As most of you know, I use it for the images you see, the music you hear, the videos we create for those music, the openings for the podcast. We build bots to help us build websites, to do just about anything you can think of. And if you look in the description below, you will see a link down there if you are interested in learning more about it or joining it. Please reach out to me. Don't hesitate. Sorry, my sinuses are kind of messed up today. Anyway, so yet again, the media has been caught flat out lying to you, and this time, well, they're still pushing it. I just can't believe it. It truly is mind blowing that these people think of us this way. I mean, I don't know how else to look at this. They flat out lie to you and then call you ignorant if you dare question them. I think Morning Joe is his name. Had the nerve to come on and say that we were just too stupid, that we couldn't see what Trump was really trying to say, and that they were so damn smart with all of their higher education that they could see it, and we should listen to them, not ourselves, or not anyone who dares go, hold on a minute, I saw the speech and that's not what he said. But who cares, right? As long as they get what they want, as long as they control the masses. And guys, I have the live chat pulled up. If you have any comments or questions, I encourage you to talk with me. If you haven't yet, if you would kindly smash that like button, follow us on Rumble. It is free to do so. It will help us get seen more. We have multiple channels. We spend most of our day trying to help others learn how to start generating long-term passive income from home. If you're someone who is trying to do that or trying to build something like that, reach out to me and let me know. Before I get into it, I'll show you guys real quick part of what I'm talking about. So if you're a content creator, this site is for you. If you're a podcaster, it doesn't matter what your business is. I know a lot of people are afraid of AI right now, but this site is not one to be afraid of. It is a tool that every business out there, no matter how small or how big, can use to not only help their business that they have already, but to create multiple more long-term passive income streams. Check it out. So y'all saw the opening I did. I have what we build what's called companies, which is a bot for whatever company. It's Happening podcast. I've got scripts. I've got Entrepreneur Hour, Bible study, daily devotionals. We can build these for anyone, for anything, and create it to be personalized just for you. So that was how I did this opening and the Facebook post to go with it. So, guys, I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. And y'all saw I've come on and done live where we write music and the images that we make. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't go there right now. I'm making something for somebody. I don't need that. Need them to say it right there. My bad. And don't forget about vandysdesigns.com. If you look down below, we now have a blog that my older brother is mostly writing, but I will be writing some with him. And we are using that AI to help us do so. But most of it will be written by my older brother, not AI. When it's AI, it'll most likely be me because I am a terrible writer. So I'm going to use it to help me with that. So, again, guys, I know that most of you have seen this story already, but I want to go in and show you specifically how the media not only takes a story, twists it, spins it, and throws it into a hurricane and then presents it to you, but they're still lying on things that they got caught for before. These people have no shame. They will go to any lengths to win. They will go to any lengths to destroy you and me. They obviously hate this country. I mean, maybe you can help me understand. I get that we grow up in this country. We have different beliefs, we have different morals, we have different values. But how can you have grown up in this country, be around my age, let's just say born in early 80s, and not see what's going on? I'm truly curious to that because I have tried talking with a couple of my Democrat friends and they will not talk to me about it. And I'm not trying to argue. I am curious. We are witnessing the Democrats come out and try and take the word sex offender and make it sound more nice so the pedophiles don't get their feelings hurt. We are witnessing a Democrat Party openly using our tax money to smuggle humans into the United States of America, turning our Border Patrol agents effectively into human smugglers. The Border Patrol agent, the head of the Border Patrol, has come out and flat out admitted he knows he's sending children into child sex slavery. He even described it, called it out. Nothing's happened to this man. Now, I'm sorry. I get that there's a point where in life we have jobs and we have to do things. But what if that was your child? What if that was your niece, your nephew? What if it was your neighbor's kid? For Christ's sake, what on God's green earth tells you in your brain as a police officer, as a Border Patrol agent, as a federal agent, knowingly sending children into this type of sex slavery or labor slavery, knowing it, and you justify doing it? Your ass should go to prison too. They would throw me in prison, as they should. There comes a point where, I'm sorry, doing your job is not a good enough excuse. If you are knowingly doing this, you are just as guilty as the people bringing them across the border. We have the Democrat Party attacking state after state after state for trying to uphold the law. We are witnessing them go after the Supreme Court from both angles so they can delegitimize the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court just keeps helping them do it. We are witnessing both parties actively becoming a communist party and crushing the people. For those of us who pay attention to history, even though we know that's all been manipulated, skewed, and they use that to manipulate us as well. But for those of us who dig deeper and actually ask questions and look for the truth, whether we find it or not, you can see in history when this starts to happen and a country starts to fall, every step that they do that helps that country fall. And we are doing it. Not only doing it, we're promoting it. I sometimes feel like I've woken up in a bad nightmare and it just won't stop. It's so unbelievable the stuff that they are doing right in front of our eyes and calling us the bigots if we dare ask a question about it. If we dare say, hold on a second, I was there that didn't happen that way, you're a white supremacist. I mean, it's truly mind blowing to know that this is exactly how dictators take control while accusing the other side of everything that you yourself is doing and much worse. Never let up, right? Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals. The Democrats have perfected it. And if you don't know anything about it, you should look into it. Because if you look into the rules for radicals and you watch the Democrats, you can see their playbook laid out for you. It's right there. They stick to that playbook. They do it. And they do it very, very well. And here, let me just show you guys. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to pull up a minute of his speech. I'm going to let the man speak himself. And then we're going to jump over to MSNBC, I believe it is. And let's hear how they are talking about it. And sadly, there are a lot of people in this country somehow that still think the media is fighting for you, fighting against the man. They are the man. They are the machine. Check it out. Again, guys, I do have the live chat up if you'd like to chat with me. If you have any comments or questions, I will absolutely respond to you guys. Hold on one second. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this one's it. All right, this one is The Guardian on YouTube. Guardian News. And this is Trump's, what he actually says.
Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. If this election isn't won, I'm not sure that you'll ever have another election in this country. Does that make sense? I don't think you're going to have another election in this country. If we don't win this election, I don't think you're going to have another election, or certainly not an election that's meaningful. And we better get out, or we better. I actually say that the date, remember this, November 5th, I believe it's going to be the most important date in the history of our country. I believe that.
All right, guys. So, to all the normal Americans out there who just watched that with me, what did Trump say? Did Trump say he was going to mass slaughter immigrants coming across the border? Did Trump bring up immigration whatsoever? Did Trump somehow tie in white supremacy to the auto industry? Did he bring out all of his Nazis with him to attack the poor migrants? This is how the media is portraying what he said. Not only portraying it, they're running with it. Again, maybe I'm missing something here. How is it that we allow this stuff to continue? I get it. We absolutely need free speech. And this is exactly why, because this shows you, they openly show you and tell you who they are if we just pay attention. But how do we wake other people up without attacking them, without making them feel like they're being attacked, I guess you'd say, because we all know how hard it is for humans to admit we've been fooled. I was one of them. For a long time, I assumed I was a Democrat because of the stuff I saw in movies, because of the stuff I saw on TV, because of the stuff I saw in the media or the people that were around me. I just assumed that's what I was. Once I started paying attention, I realized I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat. They are both the same thing. They are both equally screwing all of us over, no matter what your skin color is, no matter what your gender or identity is, no matter none of that nonsense that they get us to focus on all day. They are equally screwing us all. And in the end, we will all be screwed if we don't start paying attention. And I know I need to work on how I come across with people. I sound loud. I can sound agitating. I can sound like I'm attacking when I'm really not meaning to. I know I need to work on that. But I've tried, guys. I have tried talking to Democrats and just talking, asking simple questions, and they lose it on me. Absolutely lose it and start calling me all kinds of names. And it's like, you're just proving my point. That's all you're doing. You're not making yourself look more educated than me. You're not making yourself look smarter than anybody. You're making yourself look like a fool when you do that. All right, so let's jump over to MSNBC real quick, and I'm going to show you how this guy tries to use an older story, which has already been proven to be a lie, to tie into this story, which they are openly lying about. It's you got to love it. I mean, it really is like watching an episode of The Simpsons or living in it or living in a spy movie. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. You let me know what you think. Check this out. Let's talk about it. This is unbelievable. There we go. All right. All right. So this is MSNBC and the wonderful, wonderful, what's her? Circle back lady. I can't think of her name right now, but Miss Circle Back. This is her channel.
Director Michael Tyler. Michael, thank you so much. I know we called you this morning and asked you to talk about this. I appreciate you taking the time. I wanted to start. I mean, your statement from the campaign makes that very clear. It wasn't in your name, but the statement from the campaign makes very clear what the campaign was thinking. But when you heard the full context, when you saw those comments at that rally, what did you hear?
Well, thank you, Jen, for having me. I mean, what I heard was a continuation of the same rhetoric, the same endorsement of political violence that we've seen from Donald Trump for years.
So starting right off, right from the start, political violence that we have seen from Trump. What political violence? Telling the truth? Saying, hey, guys, they're getting ready to screw y'all over there. That's violence. I mean, what really? Political violence coming from Trump? Have y'all heard the Democrats speak about us? Have you heard any of them talk about a Republican and how they treat white MAGA Republicans? You want to talk about violence? The only violent people in this country are your voters, people on your side. Well, I say that. But like I said, it is a uniparty. Let's listen on just a little bit more.
As you pointed out, it goes even farther back, right? This is the same guy who, after Nazis marched on Charlottesville and killed a woman, said there were very fine people on both sides.
Boom, and there it is. Let's stop there for a minute, and we are going to hop over to another article. Like I said, they like to use old stories, which are a lie, to tie in another lie in hopes that you will just look at us as these bigots, racists, white supremacists, whatever freaking term these people can come up with. It's wild. This story has already been proven false time and time again, and yet they are still using it. Let me show you. So what did he say about the white supremacists, the Nazis in Charlottesville, and very fine people on both sides? Yet again, they don't tell you the whole story. They take one little piece out of something that somebody says, and they spin it into a web of lies and feed it to us. Check it out. This is leadstories.com. Fact check. President Trump did not say Charlottesville white supremacists and neo-Nazis were very fine people in 2017. Did President Donald Trump say during a news conference on August 15th, 2017, that neo-Nazis and white nationalists at a protest in Charlottesville were very fine people? No, sir, that's not true. While the president did indeed use these words, very fine people, when describing some of the protesters on both sides, and drew criticism for declaring, I think there is blame on both sides for the violence, the transcript of the news conference does not show how he directly said very fine people when he was talking about the neo-Nazis and white supremacists that were present. Trump also clarified later during the news conference they were not who he was talking about when he used that phrase. But does that matter anymore? Does the truth even matter anymore? These are mainstream, massive media corporations in the United States of America right now in 2024 who are using Stalin tactics while claiming that we are buddies with Russia. But boy, they sure love Stalin's tactics, don't they? They sure love using the Nazis' tactics against us while calling you the Nazi now, don't they? It's wild. It really is. Am I crazy? Am I just seeing this stuff, guys? I mean, it blows my mind how much they do this and manipulate us. Like I said, I've been guilty of it. I'm still guilty of it. You cannot not be guilty of this anymore. They do it so much. All of us somehow, some way fall into that trap. The important thing is people like us come on and question these type things. We don't claim to be right or wrong. We're just asking questions. We want to know your opinion on it too. We're giving you our opinion and showing you how these people manipulate and lie to you. That's all we're doing. And somehow we're the bigots. Let's listen a little bit more to his conversation. There was a ton of these videos, but this just goes to show this has been going all weekend. Now, even into today, they're still having news reports that Trump is going to cause a bloodbath against the immigrants or against, the blacks or anybody else. They've got to make it look like it's some white supremacist country while telling all these people to come to our country who are not white. What can you imagine that may be doing in the mind of these so-called immigrants? If you are actively encouraging millions of people to come to your country while at the exact same time saying the biggest threat to this country is white supremacy, how is that not Hitler tactics? How is that not Stalin tactics? How is that not Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals? How are these people portrayed as the good people in this world, in this country? It's a fallen world we live in. I get that. But how much more do we need to see and need to learn before we wake up? I get it. We need to do better at trying to reach the other side. And instead of just coming on here and saying these things, I need to do better. I need to get better at trying to conversate with the other side. I would love for people to come on who disagree with me, not to argue and fight. I want to talk. I want to learn. I want to try and grow. I want to see why we think so differently. I want to see why we can look at something that's a fact that can be proven a fact, but yet at the same time, you will claim it's not a fact. And not only will you claim it's not a fact, but you'll call me a white supremacist for daring saying it's a fact. It's wild to me. I don't understand. Maybe you guys can help me. Let's go back and listen to a little bit more of his media manipulation going on. I mean, you've got to know, how can you go to bed at night? This grown man either is so brainwashed he absolutely believes this nonsense, or he knows he's flat out lying to you. Which is worse? You let me know. Which is worse?
Is the same guy who in 2020 told the Proud Boys, a white supremacist group, to stand back and stand by. And now every single...
That's not what was said either. So that's 3 different lies manipulated and mixed in less than a minute. In less than 1 minute, this man has lied to you 3 times already. She set the stage for the Nazis, the white supremacists, the evil white men. This has nothing to do with color. Do you have no shame? I'd love to get this guy on and talk with him. I'd love to. Never happened. But man, what I'd love to
Today on the stump, he is championing and praising the insurrectionists who he encouraged to violently storm the Capitol in an attempt to overthrow.
4 times in 1 minute and 3 seconds, he lied to you over and over again. He used old lies to try and make this new lie sound better. In 1 minute and 3 seconds, 4 lies to manipulate you, to play on your emotions, to get you to hate white people, to think we're all Nazis, to think anybody connected to Trump is a Nazi, to think anybody who wears a red MAGA hat must be a Nazi. Are you seeing it yet? Am I doing my job? Am I showing you guys just how they manipulate and lie to you? 1 minute and 3 seconds, he's already told you 3 lies that were old, 1 new lie to try and feed you the new lie. Why do they do that? Well, if this man really said what he said, there's no need to bring up all the old stuff now, is there? If he truly said what you were trying to portray, all you'd have to do is come out and show it. There would be no need for any of this other nonsense about Charlottesville, about January 6th, about all this other nonsense that we found out are lies already. It's wild. It really is, man. What a day. What a day.
Throw our democracy. So it's not simply one comment. This is exactly who.
So 1 minute and 7 seconds. I'm sorry, guys. He did another lie. This is not a democracy. It's a constitutional republic, which these fools would love for you to think it's a democracy so they can become the party who controls absolutely everything. I'm going to have to do another episode on democracy and what a democracy is. I know that it sounds pretty right, the majority rule. It always turns out to be the minority rule, not the majority rule. There is a reason our founders set up the way they did. A damn good reason. And we need to start teaching civics and American history in this country like it matters, like our life depends on it again, because we have so many ignorant young people in this country who truly believe we live in a democracy because of these fools, because of their high school teachers, because of their higher education. I could go on and on, guys. I could show you a million of these videos. My goal truly is to show you and hopefully get you asking questions, hopefully get you stepping back and going, hold on a minute. The first time you hear any story, you should immediately step back. Try and take your bias out of it, no matter what side it's about. Just know that 99.9% of the time, they're lying to you. Not only lying to you, they are actively manipulating whatever actually happened to play on your emotions so you will get angry. Why do you think that is? And yes, this is the Democrat Party in America. It always has been the Democrat Party in America. Do we need to go over the history of the Democrat Party again? I think there needs to be something on loop constantly playing to remind people who and what the Democrat Party has always been. They've always been the party of supremacy, power, control, manipulation. Just go back and look at it. The Republicans used to be the Republicans who stood up and fought back. The Republicans became the Republican Party for standing up and saying no more. What did the Democrats do? Created the KKK. Republicans fought back on that. Republicans fought back against Jim Crow, segregation, slavery. But yet, if you talk to a young Democrat today, it'll blow their mind and they'll call you a liar if you simply say that. They'll call you a bigot for saying the truth. Now, again, the Republicans of today are nothing but cowards. They're spineless cowards who stand for nothing but themselves. They go out, they get us to vote for them, then they go in and they do the complete opposite of what they know this country wants them to do. Who's worse? The people who are openly lying to you in your face are the ones who lie to you behind your back and then try and look all proud. I mean, what? Like I said, it's a uniparty that's crushing us all. And if we don't do something, we are going to be China before too long. Just go look at the history of how they got China to the point where they're at. It's scary how almost to the T they are repeating it here in America. And we are allowing them to do it. So how do we get better? It's a true question. How do we get better at trying to reach people? How do I get better at trying to come on here and reach someone who thinks differently than me? Who believes this stuff? That's just I'm being serious. I'm really trying to learn how to get to a point where I can reach out to the other side and they'll talk with me. I can show them this and say, hold on a minute, guys. The truth is right here. It's not about sides. They're lying to us all the time, manipulating us, forcing you to get emotional so you will act or react the way they want. And again, this is not a democracy. It is a constitutional republic. We have representatives that go out and vote for what we are supposed to stand for. And there is a good reason for that. In a democracy, California and New York would choose who runs everything for everyone in the country. That's how the majority rule would actually work. You'd have some liberal party sitting up and controlling everything. They're already doing it. I mean, they are. It's happening right now. Look at what they've done with the Supreme Court. Look at how they are going after Trump over and over and over again. The judge in the Georgia case admits the DA broke the law, was doing wrong. No consequences. And then she gets to stay on the case to continue to attack him. It's wild, man. Maybe you guys know something I don't, and that's why I'm truly on here. And I'm truly asking, what is something I could do differently to hopefully try and reach the other side? Do you know? Have you been put in this situation where you're trying to actively talk with somebody and trying to get them to see things as they are, not as you want them to be, not as they want them to be, but to see things as they are? Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Again, thank you so much for watching. We love coming on here doing this with you. We truly hope you enjoy the show. We truly hope that you stay and grow with us. You can help support us in multiple ways. We try to give back in so many ways to people, guys. We want to build a community of people that are constantly helping each other grow in some way. If that's you, let's talk. I have multiple ways to start teaching you how to earn money from home, or maybe you want to be a guest on the podcast. You can go to vandysdesigns.com on the contact page and fill it out. Let me show you real quick. Before I go, and then we'll go. But let me show you this. Show you exactly what I mean. So we have our blog site up now, like I told you, and we're going to have multiple topics going. One for the podcast, one for the Unseen Realm. My brother's going to have his thoughts, and then we're going to, like I said, on different topics that come up, holidays, things like that. We want to have a wide range of topics going on our blog. But if you go here to contact, let me show you how we're trying to get this more organized, I guess you'd say. Check it out. So if you go to contact, it says apply here. You put your name, email, why you want to work with us. And then if you look below, it'll have different choices. And you just click on them, choose on the one you want. Logos, website design, social media marketing, AI music, AI art, handmade tumblers. Be a guest on the podcast. Be a guest on the Unseen Realm. We are going to be selling shirts and other things on this website soon, guys. We hope to help you. If you need help, just go there or comment below. Again, don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, it's happening, especially if a politician says it's not. God bless. Y'all have a wonderful day.